Next one we'll study about the structure of cerebrum. Structure of cerebrum. In one of the video I have explained about the brain, structure of brain. Now this one is the structure of cerebrum. Clear? Now what is the first point here? Structure of cerebrum. The cerebrum is the largest part. Largest part of the brain. Nearly it will be 80 to 85%. 80 to 85% of the brain. What is the weight of the brain here now? 1350 gram or 1.5 kg you can tell. Clear? So out of that 80 to 85% will be cerebrum. This cerebrum otherwise is called as a forebrain. It is otherwise called as forebrain. Clear? It is also called as forebrain. Now the second point. The cerebrum divides. Divides into two hemispheres. Two hemispheres. Okay, right cerebral hemisphere and left cerebral hemisphere. These are the two. Clear? These are the two. Right cerebral hemisphere and left cerebral hemisphere. And by thick fibers called corpus callosum. Corpus callosum, one of the name given to it. Okay, the cerebrum divided into two hemispheres. First, right cerebral hemisphere, left cerebral hemisphere, and both are connected with the fiber, a thick fibers, and that fiber is called as a corpus callosum. Next, third, the outer part is called cortex. The outer part is called as cortex, and while the inner part is called medulla. What is the inner part is called as medulla. These are the two parts. Outer portion of the cerebrum is called cortex. Otherwise you can say cerebral cortex. Okay. Then inside is called as the cerebral medulla, or simply medulla you can tell here. Clear? These are the two parts here. Then next, fourth one here, the cerebral cortex. The cerebral cortex consists of a large number of grooves, you can tell, grooves. A large number of grooves, or simply called as depressions. Clear? Called sulci or sulci also can tell. Pronunciation will be different here. Sulci or sulci. Clear? And ridges otherwise called convolutions. Clear? What are the ridges otherwise called as convolution? Simply you can write ridges. Ridges called gyri. Clear? These are the two parts. Cerebral cortex have two parts here. Okay, one is called grooves and second is called the ridges. So if it is a grooves, it is called as sulci or sulci, you can tell. Ridges are called as gyri. Then fifth point, sulci or sulci and gyri increases the surface area of cerebral cortex, of cerebral cortex, cerebral cortex, to accommodate a large number of neurons, clear. Next is sixth one, the outer portion, okay, the outer portion of cerebrum, the outer portion of cerebrum, gray in color, gray colored, you can tell, gray colored cell bodies, and hence they are called, or hence called, gray matter, clear. Outer portion of cerebrum is a gray colored, okay, cell bodies. Okay, cell bodies already. What are cell bodies? Otherwise, just now we studied in another video. I told you cytome, pericardia, cell body. Clear. So that cell bodies, a large number of cell bodies will be accommodated in that outer portion and look gray in color. So that matter is called as a gray matter. Seventh one, the inner portion. The inner portion consists of axons of neurons, which is white, okay, which is white in color, hence called white matter, called white matter. Clear. Inside area it will be axons, nerve fiber. Clear. A nerve fiber is completely enclosed by what is a small membranes are there. They are called myelin sheath. Myelin sheath color will be white in color. So a large number of axons will be inside area and look like white in color. So it is called white matter. Clear. Next, eighth one, each cerebral hemisphere. Okay, each cerebral hemisphere, cerebral hemisphere is divided into four lobes, compartment, four lobes, and they are, first one, frontal lobe, okay, then second one, parietal lobe, and third one, occipital lobe, and fourth one, temporal lobe. Clear. These are the four lobes. Each cerebral hemisphere, two hemispheres are there, right cerebral hemisphere and left cerebral hemisphere. Okay, they contain this all the lobes: frontal lobe, parietal lobe, occipital lobe, and temporal lobe. Next point. Cerebrum is the seat of memory, willpower, and emotions, expressions, or experience, you can tell, experiences, intelligence, intelligence, reasoning, learning, invent, and plan. In this, all this cerebrum will help, okay, because it do number of work here, number of works, okay. It can analyze many messages, many messages. The cerebrum can analyze nearly 10,000 messages at a time. It can analyze the message, and because of that, okay, suppose example, if I am showing the red color rose, okay, imagine that this is a red color rose, a big red color rose with a green stalk and 2 green leaves, okay. When I'm telling about the rose here, your brain shows the same rose image only, not the cabbage or cauliflower, clear? So indicate that this already image is there in the brain, and that possible because of cerebrum. So that is the reason the cerebrum is called as seat of memory, willpower, emotions, experience, intelligence, and reasoning, learning, invent, plan. This all thing you can tell seat of this one. Clear? Memory, okay, whatever you learn, okay, before your examination, while examination you will once again recall that all the thing, memory, and you will write it. Clear? Emotions are there. While watching any movie like that here, if any emotion moments are there, you will start crying then. But actually they'll do the acting, but you will cry. Really you will cry then. Tear comes in your eyes here. So these are the emotion. This all everything controlled by the cerebrum. And then the last one you can write, the study of cerebrum. The study of cerebrum is known as neuroscience. Clear? So cerebrum is a very important part, very important part, okay. Largest part of the brain. It is the largest part of the brain, okay. These are the lobes. The yellow color what you see, it is called frontal lobe. This is a frontal lobe. This blue color one, parietal lobe. Green color, occipital lobe. And this light pink color here, temporal lobe. Clear? These are the 4 lobes. This is the cerebellum. This is spinal cord, okay, and this is the medulla oblongata. This complete structure is a cerebrum. This is the structure of cerebrum, completely clear. And each and every lobe will analyze the messages. Now, what is the main work of lobes here now? To analyze the different types of messages. Example like, check this one, frontal lobe. What is the work of frontal lobe here? It helps in behavior, intelligence, memory, movement. In this frontal lobe will help again. Parietal lobe, intelligence, once again, language, reading, sensations are there. Occipital lobe, visual is there, processing, and spatial orientations are there. Okay, how to frame the any type of programs and like that, everything. These are the work. Okay, frontal, parietal, occipital. And what are the temporal doing here? Speech, vision, hearing, long-term memory. This all thing, this temporal lobe is helping here. What are the work of cerebellum? Small part here. This is the cerebellum. This part is called as the cerebellum. This cerebellum helps in balancing, swallowing, breathing, heartbeat. It's all controlled by the cerebellum. Clear? Because cerebellum is doing such a great work here. Memory, our number of things can be easily stored in cerebellum. Okay, many things are stored in cerebellum. It's just like a chip, hard disk. Okay, how we will store our files and different images, pictures and like that here. Like that, our cerebrum also store many things, many things. What happens in the last year, okay, before last year, something, okay, we can easily remember that all things here. So we have a very big hard disk. Okay, cerebrum is the largest hard disk. Okay, we can store a lot of things, many things here. Because of that, the cerebrum is called seat of intelligence, memory, willpower, many names given to the cerebrum. Clear? Hope understood this one.